You're listening to Finalysis, a sci-fi and fantasy TV podcast. My name is Kris.
And my name is Stephanie. In this episode, we are focusing on the non-canonical, we know it's non-canonical, folks, but obvious love between Kara Danvers and Lena Luthor.
We are talking about the subtext of episodes 301 and 302 of Supergirl, and then everything that happened in our imaginations after that.
And I feel like because this is a clean rated podcast in iTunes, they've made us, folks, I didn't want to do it, but they made us choose a rating. I will warn you that I possibly could use some swear words in this episode, so just fair warning.
But nothing that they haven't said in the show.
Most likely,
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, most likely. I will try to edit myself otherwise, but yes, most likely. So, Kris.
That's me.
Do you know who's great?
I do know who's great.
Who
Lena
is it?
Luthor is great.
Lena Luthor is great. You know who else is great, Kris?
I do know who else is great.
Tell me.
Kara Danvers. Kara Danvers is also great.
Kara Danvers is amazing. I feel, however, though, there are so many mixed signals going on between these two right now. It feels like this is a tough spot for them.
I mean, stuff has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Things are complicated.
So complicated. Though I was very pleased to see how the season opened up with Kara daydreaming about, I'm guessing that was a wedding she was having with Lena. That seemed like a very long aisle walking down that field to get to her mother. But, you know, whatever makes Kara happy, right?
Did you just imply that she's marrying her mother? What's just happening?
No. She's marrying Lena Luthor, clearly.
Oh. I must have missed that part somehow.
It just seemed like a very long aisle to walk down to get to Lena. But, you know, maybe they just wanted to do something very private since Lena is such a well-known entity.
Which explains why she was just off screen.
Yes, exactly. I don't know what you're talking about. They smooched and everything. Kris, come on.
I would like to see that edit that exists in your head. It sounds good.
But I feel like, you know, we see all of this longing from Kara, but then when it comes to actually interacting with Lena, this thing about her not knowing she's Supergirl is just getting in the way between the two of them.
It is. Which is the point, right?
Yeah.
Because any good love story has a lot of angst and tension and things that are keeping them apart. Because you gotta have the longing.
I know.
It
so
enriches the love story.
It really does. Because, you know, we see them interacting and Lena's all like, you know, come have brunch with me. As we've mentioned before, both the queerest and the coupliest of meals. Come have brunch with me. But Kara just feels like there's just too much going on with Kara and she's not comfortable with Kara Danvers and how much of a wreck she is. I feel like Kara is not recognizing how much she has to give to Lena in this moment.
I'm just like, how can Kara Danvers be a mistake when Lena loves her so much?
I know. It impossible is what I'm saying. But my heart was just breaking for poor Lena in that scene when she was like, you know, hey, love of my life, most wonderful person in the world. I haven't heard from you in a while. Shouldn't we have conversations and queer meals together?
That is exactly verbatim what she said.
Yes, she's just trying so hard, but Kara just can't quite meet her there right now.
You know, a lot of stuff from her past has been drudged up. It's understandable. Mm-hmm. Plus, again, love story and angst. You have to have it.
It's true. I worry, though, if Lena/Kara doesn't make a move soon. Did you see that saucy look that Lena was shooting Supergirl when she showed up on the balcony to deal with Edge? Like, that was a, by the way, Supergirl, I'm down to get sexy later if you're into it.
I will leave my balcony door unlocked for you.
Yeah. And since there's this disconnect, Lena doesn't know that she's Supergirl. It feels like Supergirl could get in the way between Lena and Kara, and that's just ridiculous.
But again, we've talked about the parallels between Superman / Clark Kent and Lois Lane. Mm-hmm. And Supergirl / Kara Danvers and Lena Luthor. I feel like this is sort of another parallel there.
So how do you feel about this tactic that Lena seems to be trying to make things happen with Kara? Because I don't know about you, but that like meeting scene between Kara and Sam with them shaking hands over Lena's abdomen area was rather suggestive to me.
And almost identically echoes the scene where she introduces Kara to Jack. She's kind of like, Lena, what is your goal here?
It feels like Lena is just trying to perpetually hook up threesomes with her and Kara and somebody else and just keeps failing.
It does. But, I think part of it is just that she can't, no matter how hard she tries, she can't get Kara and Supergirl in a room together. So she's sort of like...
substitutes,
next best thing.
But I'm wondering, though, if this tactic that she's trying, instead of just being more upfront about her feelings... this tactic she's trying, like, maybe this third person. Are you interested in this third person? I know this third person.
She just always looks so excited to introduce people.
Yes.
To Kara.
I'm wondering, though, if that tactic she's using is born out of her feelings of inadequacy instilled by her horrible mother. And she just needs to realize that she is enough for Kara. Kara will accept her as she is.
It's true.
She doesn't need to invite another attractive person into the mix. I mean, that it's good enough. Kara loves her the way she is.
There was the hugging.
Exactly. Because Lena was all like, no, you don't have to hug me. Kara's like, no, I'm definitely hugging you. Clearly, Lena's enough for Kara. I have hope, though, because when, I don't know who this person was, I didn't recognize them, just some voice, I don't know, the voice that told Kara to, like, wake up when she almost drowned. As she recalled that command to wake up, she contacted Lena Luthor. Wake up, Kara. Lena Luthor loves you too. You just need to make your move.
It was Lena Luthor's voice. It just sounded suspiciously like a dude's voice.
Just a little deep. I think she had maybe, been smoking some cigarettes that day or something.
It was
maybe
underwater, right? So.
Oh, this is true. The sound can be distorted underwater.
We know it wasn't Lena. Let us have this. Before people send us emails and messages. We know.
We know.
We are choosing to believe.
Remember we mentioned the stuff that happened to our imaginations? That is this right here.
You notice Lena's response, right?
A heart. I mean, how much clearer can she be?
I mean, they've said before that canonically, I know this is a non-canonical podcast, but canonically, they love each other.
They do. And
now it's proved in emoji form. The truest of all phone messages.
Yes, I think so. Because I think emojis are when people can be their most honest with folks. Because maybe they're a little shy to say the actual word, but you send a little picture. Maybe that person thinks you're kind of joking, maybe you're serious, isn't sure. It's a way for you to be more honest than you might dare to be if you were just saying the words exactly. So I feel like that was Lena's big clue to Kara. Like, yes, I love you. I love you too. We should be together.
I love you too. Let's make out.
Oh, speaking of making out, Kris.
Yes.
This is a terrible transition, but I'm doing it anyway.
Such is our way.
So I had a lot of respect for Lena Luthor when she adopted her professional yet kind boss persona to address Kara and how she was not being a good employee. Because quite honestly, Kara just looking tailored as F in that outfit, I would have been paralyzed by lust, personally. And I am impressed with Lena Luthor that she did not become the useless lesbian that I would have when confronted by Kara Danvers in that outfit.
I'm just imagining you, like, greeting Kara and just being like, hello, belt?
You are not wrong, my friend. You are not wrong.
Oh, dear. But no, I did, like, canonically, I liked that scene a lot. That was a really good scene.
Yes,
because
it was a really good scene.
Kara was right later with the whole, you're being a good friend and being a good boss.
Yes, because Lena tried to take the gentle approach, give her a kind way out of her poor work behavior. And Kara did not take it, and so she had to... I liked the tone she took. I felt like she was firm, but professional and not mean.
Right. She was very reasonable.
Yes.
Is it weird that I think we both maybe find Lena more dreamy for being so reasonable?
She's so kind yet firm. Ooh.
What a dreamboat. She's so reasonable.
I know. Well, I don't know if we're the only ones, though, because Kara was getting a little squirmy in that conversation, and I did wonder if she was thinking, this was sexier in my head! Sexier in my head!
Oh, dear.
But as I've seen many people point out on Tumblr, we do have this problem now. If Lena doesn't have an office and Kara doesn't have an office anymore, where the heck are they going to hook up? Kara broke the elevator. Like...
I mean, we've seen people before in the copy room, right? So
that is true. Kara does know about that spot.
And what happened to the office that they used in season 1, where they did their Supergirl business? Or Kara's office, which was maybe the same office? I'm still not sure.
Maybe they lost
Kara
that
had
set.
an office at one point, was my point.
Somebody finally took that office that they had been using as the Supergirl office.
Plus, I mean, it doesn't really matter if Lena did have an office, because it would probably be like Kat/James's office, where it's just glass walls, and that's no good.
I know, because even Lena Luthor's office back at L Corp, it was not that private, really, with those huge windows on her balcony. The balcony that mysteriously appeared after she met Supergirl.
Uh-huh. We get it, Lena.
But I am really enjoying this season. I feel like we're getting a good sense of sort of flinty, I can't take any BS Lena that she uses when she's having to deal with people being unreasonable and pushy in the business world, versus like this warm, goofy dork that she is with Kara.
Yes, her one friend.
Her one
or
friend.
Maybe more.
As she keeps saying.
I know.
Lena, stop being so tragic.
Yeah.
I would be a useless lesbian in front of Kara. Lena is just a tragic queer lady. Like, she's just... I can't emphasize enough that you're my only friend. Like, oh, Lena.
Just, the poor woman needs a hug.
Yeah,
and
always.
A friend. Am I talking about Lena? Am I talking about me? I don't know.
Who knows? We don't know anymore. But
I have at least one friend. It is Stephanie.
It is me. Oh, but not in like a Lena Kara subtexty way.
No,
That's not happening. No. I'm married, so that would be weird.
I did not mean to imply that you were the Kara to my Lena. Because, yeah, that... No.
No.
It's weird.
But I love when you know, after Lena has done this legitimately cool business power move thing where she bought Catco out from under Mr. Edge. I never did catch his first name. Or
Morgan.
At least it didn't. Thank you. Morgan Edge. It didn't stick in my head, obviously. You know, she's legitimately done this really ruthless type of thing. She's kind of giddy and dorky about, like, I just try to be badass like Supergirl. Like, she's so cute.
It is. It's like nervous, giggly excitement.
Mm-hmm. And then later when Kara compliments her on being a good boss and a good friend, she's like, oh, thanks. Like, she's never had to be a boss to anybody before Kara.
Well, it's just that she doesn't know how to act because she's never had a friend before.
Oh, Lena.
I know.
Lena. I love her so much. I just want to hug her and be her friend. And then push her and Kara perceptively? No. Yes. Is that a word? Perceptually? What is the word I'm looking for?
Perceptibly?
Perceptibly. That is, in fact, the word. Perceptibly closer
Did you just
together.
say that is exact the word?
Possibly. I am drinking whiskey.
I was going to ask if we were both drinking, because I think we are.
I would want to push her and Kara perceptibly, thank you, Kris, closer together. As Lena's friend, her second friend, who wants to really be her only friend because she wants Lena to be making out with Kara.
So Lena's right to be suspicious of people with ulterior motives.
Yes, because I'm trying to get her to make out with Kara.
Now kiss. Oh, dear. They should, though.
They should. They totally should. All the time.
I say
Everywhere.
as if they haven't already. They have. In my mind.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know they did some smooching before they went to that presentation with Jack. You saw the way they were looking at each other in that apartment. It
Why
took them a while
else
to leave.
would Kara be that nervous and giggly?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand otherwise.
No, it makes no sense otherwise. Just to let you know what's going on our other podcast, we, for the first time in over a year, shameful, we just posted an episode of our Lost Girl podcast. We discussed the season 2 episode, Death Didn't Become Him. Mostly it's us and primarily our co-host Annie squeeing about Bo and Lauren, and Kris makes some ridiculous jokes about bobsleds. But it's good times.
It's true.
You can check that out over at our website, drinksatthedoll.com. That's our Lost Girl podcast. You can also find all of our podcasts at ashgenretv.com.
And over on our Orphan Black podcast, Tatiana is Everyone, we talk to the authors of The Science of Orphan Black, the official companion, Casey Griffin and Nina Nesseth. You can find that interview over at our website for that, tatianaiseveryone.com.
So could we talk canonically for a moment?
If we have to.
I know. But I have to, because I want to say canonically, people who are listening to this podcast who enjoy Kara and Lena as much as we do, it seems like maybe they're hinting at something potentially maybe down the road between Lena and James.
Yes. Because there's a lot of smiling at one another.
Yes, and he stuck up for her in the meeting with Morgan Edge, and I was like, yeah, James, yeah.
If nothing else, maybe Lena will have a second friend.
Exactly. But when he did that, I was like, yeah, James, I liked you before, but I like you even more now. But I just want to say, canonically, on the record, if that were a thing to have happened, I'd be down for it. I'd be down for it.
If I can't have Kara and James, if I can't have Kara and Lena, I'll take Lena and James.
Yeah, because James is a good guy. Lena, amazing woman. I want Lena to have a good partner, and I think James would be a good partner for his partners.
What?
I just think generally James would be a good partner, and I want Lena to have a good partner, so I'm down for it. And there's a frisson there, I feel like, a little bit. It's not
flirty face can't turn off the flirt in her face. So.
It's true. But I don't feel like the frisson is quite as, like, electric as it is between Kara and Lena, but it's there. I see some. Uh-huh. I'd be down for it.
Sure.
I gotta say.
Yeah.
I'm up for the idea. Because honestly, I feel like it's just more fodder for my imagination. Because I like the idea of Kara and James. I like the idea of Kara and Lena. Lena and James together. Ha 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 ha, if you know what I mean.
OT3. That's what she means. OT3.
In my head. That'd be a non-canonical thing. Non-canonical.
Because that's, let's be honest, that's half the fun with the show.
Yes, it's true. But I'm also, canonically, I am pleased, I think, at how much they used Lena, at least in the first 2 episodes. It seems like they are having her interact more with other characters who aren't Kara. I guess primarily so far James. I still want Lena and Alex to meet and have, like, an extent. I know they've met, but, like, to have a scene together where they have to interact more. Besides just that jealous look that Lena gives her when she walks into Kara's apartment.
It could be interesting, I feel like.
I feel like they would have stuff in common, Alex and Lena. Mm-hmm. Also, canonically speaking, while it makes me sad to see Kara so sad, I am, I think, pleased that they are following up on how something Kara did affected her. That always makes me happy when something doesn't just get swept under the rug. And it does feel like that's something that's really essential to who Supergirl is. Sort of like having all this grief and anger about her past, but being able to overcome it and still wanting and needing to do the right thing and help people, even though she has all this personal pain. So while it's like I'm not enjoying seeing Kara so sad, it does feel true to the character for me.
Yes, and I agree with everything you just said. I also feel like this is them doing a good job of making it actually be about Kara, which is a criticism I know we've had last season. Is like you said, I'm sad that she's sad, but I feel like it is them doing right by the story and by the character.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like I've seen some people saying that Kara being sad is like out of character for her and what have you, but that was a big part of season 1, was seeing she has this like anger and sadness about what happened to her and her planet, but she still manages to want to help people and be positive about things because she sees that there are still good things in the world.
Mm-hmm. And that kindness and being happy, like those things are choices that she's making. Mm-hmm. And they're not easy choices.
No. Because she was pretty happy throughout season 2. They focus less on sort of her past and the trauma from her past than they did in season 1. But now I think we're reasonably so getting back into that, and I'm there for it. Again, it's not fun to go through, but I understand where it's coming from, and I just want Kara to feel better. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I hope that the people who love her will help her through it, and she will let them help her through it, and that she will like Kara Danvers more. It makes me sad to hear her not want to be Kara Danvers.
I gotta say, Alex's line, Kara Danvers is my favorite person. I just, like, instant tears. Mm-hmm. Like, me too, Alex. Me too.
Because who was it who helped Alex when she was so sad and about coming out and afraid? It was Kara Danvers. It wasn't Supergirl. Kara Danvers is the best person. And we want Kara to be happy with herself, even though I understand why she feels like she's falling apart at the moment. But we wish the best for Kara, I think. Mm-hmm. So thank you so much for joining us for this silly romp through headcanon and a little bit of canon. We are going to try to record these ridiculous episodes regularly throughout season 3. However, I'm being a bit of a stick in the mud. I have a lot going on right now, so we might not be able to do them super regularly or frequently, just depending on my schedule. But I do enjoy Supergirl and Lena Luthor and Katie McGraw and Melissa Benoist a whole lot. And we hope to be able to do these regularly throughout season 3.
If you have thoughts about Supergirl or Lena Luthor or Kara Danvers or our ridiculous thoughts about them, feel free to send them to us. You can do so in a number of ways. You can send us an email at feedback@askgenretv.com. You can record a voice memo on your smartphone and send it to us. You can call us to leave a voicemail at 972-514-7223. You can also get in contact with us on Twitter at AskGenreTV.
Finalysis is part of the Ask Genre TV family of podcasts. We have other podcasts about Orphan Black and Lost Girl and Killjoys and some other shows. You can find all of those over at AskGenreTV.com.
Thank you so much for listening.